Okay, so as I have jumped to the PLM app, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see here there are two tiles currently that are already defined by Odoo here: new product info introduction and the BOM updates. So the PLM
Okay.
app is basically the abbreviation of PLM is product life cycle management. So you can update the mainly it is used for the BOM updates, the management of the versioning of the BOM in the engineering industries. The most likely is to be used because engineering industries maintains and keeps the versions of their BOMs bill of materials. So as they change the components so they want to have the record and history what components have been changed over the passage of time in the bill of materials of their products, and they keep the versioning of their bill of materials so they can use and they can have a record and history of the versions of the bill of materials. So any question about do you know the functionality and the purpose of this app now?
Uh, yeah, as you told, the same thing, right? Mostly used in the engineering industries. Yeah. Uh, that's the only thing which I know. I'm not used to this product life cycle. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Now I can hear
Okay,
you.
so I'm also having the lunch with the training, so forgive me if there is any change in the voice.
No, no, no
Okay,
problem, no problem. No, no,
okay.
if you want to have a 10 minutes break, I can have no problem. I'll just wait for
No,
you.
no problem. We have continued, so let's continue it. Okay, so BOM update, BOM update. So there are two types. You can also update the product information by this. So if you want to, like your products are critical, if you are in engineering or chemical or pharmaceutical industry, and if there is any information that is required to be changed on the product template, so if you want to manage the approvals or a specific process for that, so you can also use the PLM module to update the product information from this approval hierarchy. So you can create here the steps, and then after passing these steps the information would be updated to the product information product template or the BOM. Okay, so that
Uh,
there are two purposes for the sorry, go ahead for a question.
yes. Is it something like a quality control which has been going through the production life cycle, the product life cycle management, something related to that?
No, so the quality control we have already covered. Like in the in the yesterday's session, we created the quality control checkpoints on the work
Yes.
centers
Yeah.
operations, and then when we perform the operations, we perform that quality control checkpoints as well. So that
Okay.
are the quality control. And when we done the inventory and receipt session, if you remember, we also applied the quality control checkpoints at the time of receiving
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
materials, and we done that quality control part. So that's all about the quality control. And later on,
Yeah. Can you just
uh,
give me a minute time? Can I just give me a
okay,
minute time? That's not,
no
please.
problem.
Yeah. Hello, yes. Sorry. I think you have enough time to have the food.
Give me just 2 minutes, Shafiq.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Continue, continue. Yes. Once you're free, just let me know. I'll be waiting.
Okay. Hello, Shafiq.
Yes.
Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so there are basically two purposes of this app I was telling you. So
Mhm.
one is to manage the versioning of the data, and the second is basically you can also add the approval hierarchies if you want to control the updates. So like if the BOM changes, bill of material changes is critical in your company, so you can use the PLM to add the hierarchies on this level, and on the other side it will manages the BOM versions. So we will see how it manages the BOM versions.
Mhm.
So like let's say if there is a product that already has a BOM, like we yesterday set up a product of the large task. We already set up a BOM for that product. So let's say there is a change in that BOM. We want to add a component, or we want to remove any component, or there can be another option. We want to change the quantity of any of the component, and then we will process that change from this app. And after final approval, the change would be updated. And how change would be updated? The existing bill of material, the currently the largest product that is having current BOM will be archived, and a new BOM with a new version would be updated and would be active for that product with new changes. So if you want to see what changes have been made, you can also go to this app, PLM app, and you can track the history of the changes. And on the other side, if you want to see the old BOM, what was the old BOM, so you can go to the archived status and you can check for that product, the archived BOM.
Okay, so right now we are in the PLM overview screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's say I'm going to configuration and I'm going to eco state stages. So eco means engineering change order.
Mm.
Okay, so currently it has new stage, in progress stage, validated stage, and then effective it is for product. And then if we go for the BOM, so BOM has new stage, BOM updates, in progress, validated, and effective. And so effective means when it's the final stage, when you will validate, so it will be moved to the effective, and information would be updated to the BOM or the product. And if you can see here, the last uh, sorry, the third column, folded in Kanban view. Folded in Kanban view means when I go to the Kanban view of this, sorry, overview changes here. So the effective column or effective stage would be folded, mean to see when the data would be in the new stage, the data would be previewed to you, like here the current changes that are in progress. And likewise in progress and validates, you can see the in progress records that need to be validated and that requires any action. But in the effective column or effective stage, the column would be folded, so you cannot see the data by default. It will be showing you the count, but you can click on that column and it will be showing you the data. Okay, so let's say
Okay.
how it works. If I go to the eco stages, so the effective stage is folded in Kanban view, and here are the approval roles. If you want to add any approval role for the stages, like if in your organization, let's say you mentioned that the from the new to in progress, data will be moved by manager production, and from in progress to validate, data will be moved by production engineer, and then the validation would be the MD production or any senior authority. So you can also define the roles as well.
Okay.
So let's say I'm going to in progress, add a line, and I'm saying that the role is production manager, and I can select here the user, so that will be a production manager. So let's say I'm saying the mutual admin for the time being, and is required to approve means this approval is required. And I can also change the approves, but approval is optional, means he can approve the request, but the approval is not mandatory. And if I add, okay, so let's say one is enough for this in progress stage. Now I will again go to the eco stages and validate stage. So let's say it's MD production, user is Shafi, and approval is required. Okay, so I have added two approvals for in progress and validate stage. And if I open it again for the validate, so you can define here labels that will be displayed for the state instead of default label. Okay, so for the in progress, you can define your own label. For the blocked and for the ready, you can also define your own labels for these stages. Okay, so if I go back to, let's see, add any data, and let's see how it looks like. New change in design. So I'm going to create a new change order, engineering change order for a bill of material, and here is a type. So BOM update, apply on a bill of material. So I will select the product for which I need to update the bill of material. Large test, I will use the same product that we were using yesterday. Large test. Okay, so if there is any note, any details that you want to mention here related to this change, you can mention. Design has been changed and need a change in BOM. Okay, and if you click on the approvals, so here would be the approvals that are required for this. And if I go to the extra info, if you want to have any emails in CC when you are going to send the email according to this change, you can also use the CC emails as well. So let me save this. Okay, so the engineering change note have been saved. The number, because it's a first entry number, have been assigned as a one, and it's concatenating the description that I have mentioned with the number as well. Effective as soon as possible means when the change engineering change order would be validated, it will affect the changes on the BOM. And if you want to affect the changes on a specified date, let's say the BOM, your bill of material and your design for the product is going to be changed after the uh, 30th of July, and let's say it's going to be implemented on 1st of August. So you can also process the approvals, but you can give the specified date on which date it should be effective and should be updated on the BOMs. The approval process will go through, approval process will be completed, and but the impact would be applied on your BOM on the effective date that you have mentioned on this change order. So let's say I'm going with the as soon as possible. You can mention here any tags that can be used for reporting later on. So let's say I'm giving that tag change in design. Okay, save. So let's say the change order have been created, and I'm going to start a revision now. Okay, so revision have been started. So let you can also see the stages as we seen in the configuration, so have been appeared on the engineering change order. The first stage was new, then it will be moved to the in progress, then it will be moved to the validated stage, and after validation it will be moved to the effective. And now if I go to the approvals, it should show here the approvals that are required for this. But let me change. Okay, let me go to the overview, and now you can see here BOM updates. It is showing you one engineering change order that is in progress. Okay, so if I go to changes, now you will see a change for the BOM changes that is in new stage. And now you can see, and now you would be able to understand that that I was saying that a new stage is opened, in progress stage is opened, validated stage is open, but effective stage is folded. So it will only show you the count, because there is no need of any action on the effective stage changes that have been completed. So if you need to see the effective change orders, you can also click on this, so it will also be open.
Okay.
Okay, so have you got the concept of folded in Kanban view? So this view is basically called the Kanban view, and if
Yes.
any stage
Same.
is folded,
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So it means it will be folded. It will not be previewing you the data by default. So if I fold it again, so it will be showing you like this, and it will be showing you any count of entries that are in this stage.
Okay. The same type of folding is there in the CRM, right?
Yes, the Kanban view is almost available on all of screens of the Odoo, and the settings are the same.
Okay.
Okay, now entry have been created in new stage. So if let's say I have started and I want to move it to in progress, and let's say I have moved it to the in progress, and now, and on the other hand, Shafi, let me tell you one thing, that it also contains the physical process as well. So there could be a physical change of the large test design, and that is in progress on the R&D department, research and development department. And as they have started the process to change the design of the large desk, so they will be having the engineering change order entry in the system as well. Okay, so they are doing the change of design physically of the large desk as well, and they are also processing the entry in the engineering change order as well.
Okay.
Okay, so now it have been moved to the in progress. So let's say they have started the design change physically as well, and on the other hand the entry have also been moved to the in progress stage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can see here as I moved it to the in progress stage. So let me move it back to the new, and let me move to the in progress. So I want to show you something. So if I move it back to the new, so you can see here it is also showing me the count of the entries in front of stage. And if I move it to the in progress, so the count would be also moved to the in progress stage. So if there are multiple entries here, so it will also be showing you the count of the total entries that are in progress stage right now.
Okay.
So if I open it up, and it will also show you the colors, because currently the only one entry is in progress. So if there are multiple entries, so it will also show you the colors of the. Okay, let's say click on it. So if I now click on it, so you can see here the two approvals on the right side. The activity for the two approvals have been created, and that need to be done today. Eco approval for mutual admin, and then the eco approval for mutual admin. So let me, because I have moved it two times into the in progress stage, so that's why it have created two activities.
Okay.
So let's me mark it done. So let's say I have done my part. I am the production manager. So first approval was for the production manager, if you remember. So let's say I have done the my part. I have checked the changes, and now I need to approval this change. Okay, done. So the activity have been, you can see here, completed. Eco approval done. I will also do the second one. Done and done. Okay.
So
So
one
now you can
question.
see.
Yeah.
Sorry.
These approval have to be done by another person, right? In
Yes.
progress, who is
Yes.
responsible for that particular. So since you
Mm.
have been logged as a super admin, that's why you are able to see all the different stages at once.
No, the first approval, Shafi, I have added for the mutual admin, and I'm logging with the mutual admin.
Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
but
yes.
yes, you can say if you are admin, you can also do the approvals.
Okay. So if it has been moved to the validated, if there is another person who's validating that particular process, means he can just see only those, that particular screen. He will be able to see the new in progress, the business flow.
No, he will be able to see the all of the entries. So let's say I'm mutual admin, so I need to approval this document in the in progress. So if there is any other change note that need to be approved by Shafi, so I can see that, but I would not be able to approve that
Mhm. Okay.
because the approval is required from Shafi. So Shafi would be able to approve that. So if you can see on the entry, so on the right side, I just marked down the activities because the activity was also have been created for approval. So we have discussed the activities in a session. The activity is basically work to do activity that need to be done or performed, and it also shows you on the clock icon. So it's
Mhm.
basically just type of reminder, so it is showing you that this activity or this work need to be performed by you. So the activity, but on the other side, if you can see the entry, so there is a option to approve and reject for me.
Okay.
Okay, and under the approvals you can see the production manager role and status not yet. Not yet mean it has not yet been approved. Approval stage in progress, and the requested user is Mitchell admin, and I'm currently, I think so, login with the Mitchell admin. Let
Okay.
me see my profile. Okay, so I am logging with Mitchell admin. Here is the user.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. On a later stage, if the management side, if someone want to have a view about how many has been yet to approve and how many has been approved, those metrics will be able to see as a management person or a manager or a general manager need to see which all things has been approved, the pending for approval. Is there any
Yes,
option? Yeah.
obviously, if you go back to the engineering change node, so all are in progress means that are pending to be approved by Mitchell admin,
Mm-hmm.
and are validated means that are pending to be approved by the MD production, that was Shafi in this case. And on the other hand, if I go to the list view, there should be an option. So if I go to here, product, and if I group it by, so you can see here awaiting validation, awaiting my validation.
Mm-hmm.
To apply means that are validated and need to be applied. So here is currently no entry to apply. So you can also do the multiple filters here. And if I go to add custom, so here is the approval. So if I go to group by add custom, so if I add approvals, filters, approvals, so this is waiting for approval. So that's why it is showing. You can also add filters, and there is also by default filter. This was added by me. Waiting for approval is set. So if I, let's say, awaiting validation, it will show you same waiting validation, my validation, because these entries, this is also waiting for my validation and also waiting for another validation. So it is showing
Okay. In order to have a dashboard kind of view, we have to custom build it.
dashboard for
This
what,
item.
for
So
the,
maybe I need to know the pending items, how many numbers has been pending. So when I just click on it, it will directly, I mean, take me to the
you can check
corresponding.
it. So here are multiple views for this. This is
Mhm.
Kanban view. This is list view that I showed you already. And if you go to, this is a pivot view of the same data. So you can see here
Mhm.
count of entries that are in progress and for the product as well.
No, okay, that's fine.
Okay. And if you also want to see the graphs for the same, so here is the option to see the graphs as well for the same. So it
Mhm.
is showing you in progress stage currently only one entry. You can see here the count of the one.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
there would be multiple records, so it will be showing you a good graph. You can also
Okay.
change the graph types. You can use the pie chart, line chart, or any else that you want.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So if I go back to the Kanban view again, so if I open up this entry, so let's say I have approved it. So now you can see as I have approved this entry, so the approval role have been updated with the approved status. Okay. Now if I go back and this is in progress, so I have approved it, and you can also see the let me show you this stage. So the green flag have been added to the entry. So it is now ready. So if I go back to on the Kanban view, and you can also see here the green flag same, and the in progress line also have been filled with the green color. So it means it is approved now and need to be moved to the next process. So let's say I have done my prover and the design have been done by physically as well. So I'm moving it to the validate state. So you can also move it by drag and drop, and on the other side you can also move it by opening the entry and clicking on the validate, so it will be moved to the validate. Okay, as it have been moved to the validate, now you can see here approval also have been created for Shafi now. Okay, and
Hello.
see now, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. No screen actually.
You cannot see my screen.
No.
It is showing from my side.
Okay. No, it's okay.
Okay, so can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so as I have moved it to the validate status stage, sorry. So now you can see here the second approval line have been added that it need to be approved by MD production, and the who is Shafi. Shafi need to be approved this entry, and after approval by Shafi, so basically this is a final stage validation. After that, down stage is effective. So the Shafi is approval is basically the final approval, and now the button have been the label of the button have been changed from approval to apply changes, and you need to have the approve entry and then apply changes. Apply changes mean the changes that I have made should be applied on the BOM.
Okay.
And can you see? So as I have started the engineering change process, the large dust that the product that we have selected is the BOM have been attached automatically of that product, and that is currently in archive stage.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say Shafi is has also done his work, so I'm going to do on behalf of Shafi. Work done. I'm completing the activity, and then I will apply the changes. Cannot change at the stage as approvals are still required. So, oh yes. So because I am logging with the Mitchell admin, so you can see here it is not showing me the approval button. I have only completed the activity from the right side, but the approval button is not showing to me. I am only able to see the entry. The approval button will be shown to this Shafi user.
Okay.
Okay. So let me go to the users and let's log in with the Shafi. I am going to change the password for you. You have not still connected. Change password. 1 2 3. Change. Let me log out. So I have login with the Shafi user now. You can see here S, and now I will go to the PC. Sorry, PLM engineering changes. Okay, so it's in validate stage. I will open it. Okay, so now you can see here the buttons have been appeared for approve and reject. I will approve this, apply changes. Okay, so as I clicked on the apply changes, it have been moved to the effective stage. So if I go back to the here, so you can see here new in progress validate stage have become empty, and the transaction engineering change order have been moved to the effective stage. Now effective stage has 1 pound. Okay,
Okay.
and if I go to the, let's say from here, bill of materials, large test. Okay, okay, so can you see here, Shafi? So
Yes.
version 2.
Hmm.
Okay, so the version 2 BOM have been created with the same, because we did not change anything in the components. We only process the entry of the change. And if I go to the archive status, there should be another entry that is in archive now. So here you can see here the same BOM is now in archive stage, and the version for this should be 1. So the previous version BOM have been archived, and a new BOM have been created with the same things with the version 2. Okay, so if there is any change, you can also track this change. So let's say process a new entry, and this time we will also change BOM new uh, change in BOM product. Sorry, type product is large test, and this time it is going to create a version 3 of the BOM. So test, save, start revision. Okay, so as I started revision, you can see here the revision version 3 have been attached here. So I can change here any change that is required to be changed. So let's say table leg previously required for this table was 4, so I have changed the design. Now I only need the 3 legs, and the previously wood panel was using only 1, and now I'm going to use 2 wood panels. Okay, So I've changed the
Yeah.
quantities in the BOM. Now I will go back and I will go make it to the in progress stage. So the change order have been moved to the in progress, and if I
Actually,
go
the
to
screen which is when there is engineering change orders, that is screen which I am in. Yeah, now the Kanban view have come.
I was in engineering change order, so now I have shifted to the Kanban view.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
so I have changed the data. Now I'm going to I'm just showing you that it has been moved to the in progress, and you can see here in Kanban it is in progress stage. Okay, so if I open it up, if you remember, now I am login with the Chefy user. It should not show me the approval button because the first approval in the in progress stage is required to be done by Mitchell admin. Okay, so if I open this entry, so you can see here I don't have any approval buttons here. And if I go to approvals, you can see here the approval need to be done by Mitchell admin. So let me log in with Mitchell admin. How we can log in with Mitchell admin? Okay, I have to go to odoo.com. My databases connect. Okay, now I am logging with Mitchell admin. Hmm, no, let me log out this. So it is logging in with Chefy because it is already logging. Let me log out from the Chefy. Now I will go to the odoo.com and connect. Now it should log in with Mitchell admin. Okay, so login with Mitchell admin has been done. Now I will again go to the PLM engineering change order. So one is in progress. If I open it up, so you will see it. Approval button is appearing here because now the approval is required by you, and you also need to mark this activity done. Okay, and if I go to here, this activity should be here as well. So if I go to, yes, so you can see here engineering change order and today, one in today, so means one activity need to be done today for the engineering change order. So if I click here, it will also move me and direct me to the same entry.
Still, there is no change in the. I don't know what happened. I am at the app screen. The all the different apps have been showing. I'm in that screen still.
So the screen is not changing at your end.
No.
Is this possible?
Yeah. Now I'm in engineering change order page.
Can you hear me now, Shafi?
Yes, I can hear you.
So the screen is okay now?
Engineering change order screen.
Yes. So let me change the screen and let me know is it changing at your end or not. So if I go to
Mm.
here,
No changes.
I didn't change yet. Okay. So if I go back to the changes and now I have shifted to the Kanban view, and is it changes? Kanban
Yes,
view is
can be.
showing to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see. Mm.
Okay. So now you can see here I'm logging with Mitchell admin. I will open it. I can see the approval button and I need to do this activity as well. And on the other hand, I was showing you that the activity is for Mitchell admin, and now I am logging with the Mitchell admin. So if I go to this clock, I can, so the same activity should also be there. You can see here engineering change order that is need to be completed today. Okay, and if you will click here, it will also direct you to the same entry. So you can also jump to the entry directly from your activity. I will again go to the Kanban view. So the screen is changing at your end, Shafi.
Yes, in progress.
Okay, so it's in progress. I will do the required approval by mission admin. Okay, I will also mark this activity done. Done. Approval. Okay, so I have approved this and I will transfer it to validate stage. Okay, so as it have been transferred to validate stage, now the approval is required by MD production. So I have to log in with the Shafi. Let me log out. We'll go with the Shafi user. So I will go to the PLM. I go to the changes. So you can see here the entry in the validated stage. Okay. So if I open it up, there should be approval and reject button for me. Okay, yes. So let me approve it. And let's say I have done the approval. So now it was the final stage and final approval by the production manager and MD production. And let me complete this activity as well. So I have done the approval. And now I can apply the changes to the BOM. So when I will hit the apply changes button, it will be moved to the effective stage as well. Okay, and the effective was as soon as possible. So now I will, if I move to the revision version 3, so you will see the changes have been applied here. And if I duplicate this tab and if I directly go to the bill of material of this product, so can you see my other tab as well, Shafi?
Yeah.
So now I am on the bill of materials screen. So here is the large test product. So if I open it up, you can see here the changes have been applied in the BOM. Table lag now 3, previously it was 4, wood panel is 2, previously it was 1. And if I go to the miscellaneous tab, the version have also been updated to 2. And the previous version, if you want to see the previous version as well, so you can go here. Let me add the filter for the project. So let's say large test, and this is active BOM. And if I go to the archived status, so you can see here the previous 2 BOMs that have been archived by engineering change orders are there, and you can see the previous BOM as well to see the actual entries of the components and the actual BOM for engineering change order. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any question about the PLM?
No, no, it's okay.
That's all about the PLM, and let me process another entry as well for the product. So this was related to the BOM chain, bill of
Mm.
material change. So if you want to change any information on the product, you can also do that. But for the product, it does not manages the version. It remains the same product. It keeps the same product template, but updates the information that you have updated through this change. So let's say now we are going to change entry for the new product introduction. So if I go to this
Can
new
we have
product
it?
style, let's
Can we
go to,
have it this for
okay.
the software development life cycle?
Sorry.
Can we have it instead of this product? Is it possible to have the tracking of the software life cycle, right? Software development life cycle.
No, yes, you can have, but that is a totally different concept. This is about the master data management, all about master data management for your bill of materials and your products. Software lifecycle development is basically something that is called about project. So you can manage that from the projects module.
Okay, that will cover
So
later,
you
right?
can create, yes, you can create the projects for your software according to the software lifecycle. So
Mhm.
it will the you will create the stages according to your processes of the software life cycle, or the stages of your software life cycle, and you can
Mhm.
go through that project and you can complete after the software have been
Okay.
completed.
Okay.
So we will cover, I think we are going to cover the next project management.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
so the sorry, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. No, no, carry on.
Okay, now we are going to process entry for the product. So let's say change in product. Uh,
Hello. Hello.
can you hear me, Shifu?
Yeah, yeah, now I can hear you.
Can you see my screen as well? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
And Shafi, are you having the electricity load shedding in India at your side as well?
No, now there is not shedding, but sometimes due to the heavy nowadays it's heavy rain over here. So at that time there may be for some days for supply issues. Is there? Now it's okay.
Okay. So normally the load shedding is not there.
No, 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 no.
We are having the normal load shedding as well. So
Okay. Yeah.
electricity gone for an hour or 2 hours in a day.
Oh, okay, okay.
And in some parts of Pakistan, even that are so far the border areas of Afghanistan and even Iran, so that it gone for 20 hours a day. So only
Oh,
remains 4 hours in a day active.
oh my God.
Okay, so I have saved it. Let's say, oh yes, sorry, I need to select the product. So let's say I'm going to change the information for product, and now I'm going to update the product, save it. And if you remember, we didn't mention any approvals for the product change. We only mentioned the approvals for the bill of material change. And
Yes.
now we only need to move the revision engineering change order from the stages. We don't need any approvals. So let's see this version as well. So let's start revision. So as I have started the revision, you can see here. And if I go to the documents, so here you can also upload any relevant documents that are related to this change. So if there are any pictures, any diagrams, or any files, any tag, let's say I'm going to mention the change in data. There is no approval, so the revision have been started. So if I go to the sorry, Kanban view, so now you can see here it's in new stage. Okay, and I can, let's say I have done my part, so it will be moved to the in progress. So now they are doing actual work. So after completing their work, so because there is no approval required here to be done in the in progress stage, so they can move it directly to the validate stage after having. So you can also mention here then in descriptions change. Shafiq, can you hold on for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, Shafiq. I'm back.
Yes.
Okay, so where I was, so I was mentioning the note. Okay, saved it. So is there any notes you can mention here, the details? And let's say if you want to change anything on the products, just click here, go to the product. It will route you to the product, and you can see here on the product, it has already updated the version 2. And let's say you are going to mention the barcode detail. You can change anything, save it, go back, and now from in progress, move it to the validate, and after going to the validate to the changes, if you think so that the validation have been done, because the no approval is involved at the validate stage, you can also do the approvals as well. But if you are only processing the stages, and you can also move it from validate to the effective stage. So now it have been moved to the effective. Okay, and if you go to the same product, Let's say I go to the same product of the board. Uh, there should be a barcode. Okay, so barcode have been updated, and it is also showing that the version 2. Version 2 means it's second time any change have been processed and through the eco, and on the top of the product you can also see the eco one, so means one engineering change order have been processed for this product, and if you will click here it will route you to the engineering change order that you have processed.
Okay.
Any question do you have, you can ask. So in the reporting
Yeah.
there is a
Mm.
eco reporting, and it is the same about that you were requiring that about the summarized information. So it is showing you that there are two counts for the large test product in effective stage. So you have performed two ecos for the large test product that are in effective stage, and then you have performed one for the bold that is in also effective stage. So it is showing you, and you can also change the mode of the graph into pie chart. So the yellow one or the orange one is effective, and for the large test, and the blue one is for the bold and it is also effective. And you can also change this graphical view into the pivot as well. So it will show you the data in the pivot according with the BOM and the stages as well. Oh, sorry,
Mm.
BOM with the products and the stages.
Okay. So any company which has been using the manufacturing module should certainly use this product life cycle management module also, right?
Not necessary. Not every company is using the PLM module with the manufacturing as well. So some of the companies use it. So I already mentioned that the most critical companies and the engineering companies, in which companies the BOM changes are controlled and should be processed through a proper hierarchy. So they are
Mm.
using the PLM. In the companies, like if you are doing the furniture manufacturing, or if you are doing simple fans manufacturing, so you don't need to have controls on the BOM strictly, so you can go with only manufacturing. So you can do the multiple BOMs, bill of materials for the products. But if you are working in the pharmaceutical companies where changes in BOM can be critical for the human life as well, and on the other side if you are working in the, let's say, robots manufacturing company, where every part and every component of the bill of material can impact the robot performance, so you can also use a PLM as well. So the change in BOM should be routed from a proper hierarchy, and then after approvals it should be applied, so you can then use the PLM.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
Yes. And on the other side, if you are manufacturing, let's say, I have experience of the company that were using in America. So
Mm.
they are basically producing the, as I mentioned, the robots. So
Mm.
they are very, there are very, in their organization, the BOM change is very critical and very controlled process,
Mhm.
and they are using the PLM to go through the proper hierarchies and steps, and then the BOM change should be applied and implemented.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. And on the other side, yeah, I also have the experience of the air conditioners and the LEDs manufacturing. They were also using the PLM, because in the air conditioners and the LEDs, every part and every component that actually produces that finished product is very critical, and they manages the versioning. So in which LED, which component have been changed, and in which lot of air conditioners. So the which material was used, so they need to have the tracking, and who have changed that BOM, so who had driven the requirement for the changes in the bill of material. So they also need to required to manage that, so they are using the PLM to go through the proper steps and the hierarchies, and to maintain the versions of the BOM, to see any time so which change have been done by who for tracking purposes.
Okay, and the AC and LEDs, they've been tracking as a lot, right? Not as a single item.
Air conditioners, no. Air conditioners and the LEDs are tracking by serial number.
So individually, they have to make this.
No, they yes, they have to make it individually, but they make it like the line is continuous, line is running. They are assembling and making one by one unit, and in a day they are making like 350, 450, 500 units in a day.
Okay.
Each individual has a separate identity, and each individual unit is on the line, so it goes through proper different work centers, and then after the last work center or operation, it gets completed.
Okay.
Do you have any question, or should we can cover, I think, maintenance in 10 to 20 minutes. So let's see if we
Yes.
have app that is so simple app in Odoo. It requires some updations, but currently it's very simple in Odoo. So let's say I'm going to maintenance. Okay, I am not admin right now. Let me log in with admin. Connect, connect apps, maintenance. Okay, now I have logged with admin. Uh, Maintenance. You can also install the maintenance app. I'm
Yeah,
installing it.
installed it. Yeah.
So basically, the purpose of the maintenance is if you are using any machines in your production facility, so you can have the uh, planned and the urgent maintenance for that machines into the Odoo. So if you want to record and manage the maintenance activities into the Odoo, you can do, or you can use the maintenance app into the Odoo. So if I go to the maintenance, so it's very
It's
simple.
something the preventive maintenance.
Yes, can be used for the preventive and corrective as well.
Okay.
Yes. So you can define here the maintenance teams. So by default, you can see here as I have landed on the maintenance app. So it is showing me the dashboard. So it is showing me the teams, maintenance team that are currently working in my organization. So there can be multiple teams. So you will also be able to see the records according to the teams maintenance requests that are pending or that are in progress for the teams as well. So you can see here for the internal maintenance team, the three maintenance requests are in to do stage. So there are maintenance requests that have been created by them internally or that have been created by other users and that are in progress. They need to do the work on that maintenance request. Okay, so you can also define your machines and tools in the equipments tab. So if you go to the equipments, so you will see here the equipments that have been defined uh, in the demo data by the Odoo. So you can also define your equipments by click on new. So let's say it's no mixing, it's a cutting machine. So I'm defining a equipment. Then category of the equipment, so it's a computer, software, printer, monitors, phones, furniture tools, and if you can search more, it will show all of the categories. And if there is no proper category that is suitable for you, you can also click on new and make a new for yourself. Let's say machines. Okay, save. So it's a machine and used by department, employee, or other. So if it's used by employee, you have to give the employee name that is using, and if it's department, you have to give here the department name that is using this machine. And if others, so you have to give the employee or department, you can mention any of those. And if it's department, let's say it's employee selecting Anita Oliver, and then you can also select here the used in location, production floor, and then you can give here the work center on which it's specifically using. So let's say it's a cutting machine, so I'm saying it is used on the drill station work center that is in production. Okay,
Okay.
and as I have defined the machine, you can see here there is a maintenance smart button attached on it, so it is showing me 0. So till now the 0 maintenance requests have been, or maintenance activities have been processed for this machine. And the work center that you have attached here, you can also jump from the smart link to the work center, and you can also see the details of the work center. And if you go to the equipment tab, there should be the same equipment that you have attached with that equipment or that work center. Okay, so the previously drill machine was attached to this work center, now I have attached the cutting machine as well.
Okay.
Okay, and you can also mention here any descriptions, then if there is any specific product information, vendor from which this have been purchased, vendor reference, if there is any model or serial number details, you can also give here. So let's say it's BM 2023, any vendor reference, and you can also say select here the partner from which you have been purchased. So let's say I'm going to select Bajwa. Okay, and if you want to mention the cost of this machine and warranty expiration date, you can also do that. Okay, and then there is a maintenance tab that is basically used as you mentioned for the uh, what you can say, for the preventive maintenance. So expected mean time, let's say between failure, and then
Yes.
if
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Some the sound was some.
So can you hear me now? Hello, Shafi. Hello.
Hello. Yes. Disconnected.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so here you can mention the expected mean time between failure. So you can mention here the time, so what time it takes to have a next failure. So according to this, you can plan your maintenance for this machine. So let's say it is going to be failure after 15 days or 15 hours. So it means then you need to plan the maintenance before 15 hours. So
Yeah, how
get the
will
things
come to know
fixed.
that it's a failure will be coming then in the initial
So
stage?
that is basically computed on your engineering team's experience and the previous maintenance request data. So if this is a new machine, so you will only be giving the corrective maintenance, and by the passage of time, if it have become old machine, now you will have the historic data of the machine. So how much maintenance requests are coming for that machine, and when this machine is basically need to be have the planned maintenance, or if you are getting the new machine. So there is a booklet, like when we purchase a new vehicle, so they recommend that after every 3 months or after every 6 months, you have to do the tuning work or the special maintenance for that vehicle. So you can plan the maintenance according to that schedules or according to the manual of that machine. Other than that, when over the passage of time or periods after 3 years, let's say the machine have become old, and now you are getting more maintenance requests, and now you have to change the maintenance schedule. You can change it according to the machine's usage and the details of the maintenance requests from your engineering team. So it all
Okay,
depends upon the machine manual and the machine historic data, how machine is working. So you can plan according to that.
okay,
And let's say that machine have been defined, so I can create the maintenance request from here. Let's say maintenance request, new. So I will request me to have tuning and lubrication. Okay, created by, so who is creating this maintenance request? So my name is appearing here. You can also select here the equipment for which you are going to create the maintenance request. So the equipment is the machine that we created right now. So it is showing me the equipment name and the serial number, model number. Sorry, it was serial number that we have mentioned on the machine. Okay, and then the category is populated automatically. Request date is coming automatically, and you can see here, you can select the type. It is a corrective maintenance or the preventive maintenance. Okay, so according to the description, you need to do tuning and lubrication. Mean it is a preventive maintenance. So there is no any problem that the work have been stopped and you are going to you are going to perform the corrective maintenance. So you are going to perform the preventive maintenance. You only need to do the tuning and the lubrication to avoid the future failures. Okay, so when I have selected the preventive, you can see here on the right side, some new fields have been prepared. So if I select corrective again, so you will see the field have been disappeared. So it is the field that is recurrence. So if you have selected the preventive, so if you are going to plan that this activity should be planned on recurring basis, so you can select the recurring check, and you can give here the details how it should be repeated. So if this is repeating active, so let's say you are planning that lubrication and tuning should be done after every month, you can select here the one, and you can select here the recurrence months. Forever means it will repeat this forever, or you can also select the specific until date, until that this recurrence should be performed. So let's say for the first year you want to do every month, so you can select here the until date. So I'm going to select it till December 24. So till December 24, it will create and it will recreate the maintenance requests automatically after every month. Okay,
yeah,
and you can
okay,
also give the priorities. So how urgent or how important this maintenance request or the maintenance is, then if this maintenance, if the preventive maintenance are not normally related to any entry, so if this maintenance is related to any manufacturing order, you can also select here the relevant manufacturing order. So why the manufacturing order is required, Shafi, can you tell me to select on the maintenance request?
Manufacturing order. Uh,
So why we
no,
need to select the
no idea.
manufacturing order on the, okay. So the if you're going to have the corrective maintenance, so corrective maintenance, do you know the corrective maintenance means?
Yeah, the corrective after having some issues, it gets
Yes,
to be revoked. Yeah.
yes, you are right. So means the issue have arisen to your machine, or the your machine have become failed. The failure has arisen. Now you need to do the corrections to make the machine operational again.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you are working on the machine and it have become inoperative, or it have become or some of issue have been arising during the operation, and which operation was were you performing during which the issue have arisen. So you can mention that I was working on this manufacturing order, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
working on assembly work center in which I face the issue. So now I need to do the corrective or maintenance
Okay.
required. So you can also specify the document and the operation on which you were working, and you have faced any issue, and now you need to do the maintenance.
Is that field mandatory?
No, it's not mandatory.
Okay.
So if I remove this and if I save it, it will allow me. So you can say entry have been saved. And if you want to mention any instructions here, as we did instructions for the work centers, you can also give it the instructions in PDF file, Google slide, or even you can also give it the instructions in text. So if you want to give the instructions in a specific format like bullets or the sequence number bullets, so you can also do this in the Odoo as well. So you need to write the forward slash. So as you will put the forward slash in a text field, so it will show you the different formats. So which format do you want to select for your instructions? It should be bulleted, numbered list, checklist, or the table format. Okay, so you can also give the data in the table. So let's say it should be checklist, because for the uh, maintenance it should be checklist, that your maintenance worker will be performing the point wise checklist, that it has been done, it has been done, point number 1 done, point number 2 done, point number 3 done. So let's say check the oil status. It is not checklist. Let me select the format again. Checklist. Check the oil status. And the second is note down the machine reading. Okay, clean the surface. Okay, so let's say three instructions I have mentioned. You can do it according to your requirement as much as you required. Saved. Okay, and now the request maintenance request is in new request stage. So you can move it to the, let's say if I go to the dashboard, and so now for to do, previously there was three. So I have created a new request now, and now I will click on to do. So it will show me in the stages. So you can see here my new is request is in new stage, so I can move it to the in progress by just dragging and dropping it. So now it's in progress. So your maintenance worker have started the work. After doing the work, let's say they have done their work, so your relevant maintenance boy or the operator can go to this checklet. He can check this on. So I have checked all of these. Okay, so he can select the repair. So the maintenance, so the repairing have been done. Okay, or after repairing, if you found that the machine have been scrapped or it is no longer be available for the users, he can also move it to the scrapped status. So if it have been scrapped. Okay,
Okay.
any question related to the?
Yes. Yeah, the maintenance have to be assigned to a particular person. So the person who is assigned should get a track of the items which is assigned to him. Right. Then only he is the one who is performing the maintenance.
Yes,
So responsible person is assigned the person, I guess.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So once he log in, he will be getting all those things which have been assigned to him.
Yes, so you can see here it is assigned to the mutual admin, and the activity has also been created for the mutual admin. And you can also change this responsible. I also mentioned you, if I go to the dashboard, so there are teams here you have basically defined. So you can go to the settings of the team by clicking this three dot button, and the configuration. Here you can give the team members, let's say mutual admin, Shefi, Pajwa. Okay, and let me remove the mutual admin. So it's login already. So let me remove this. So now the internal maintenance team has two team members. And now if I go to the for the new maintenance, it will show me these two members. So I can assign here is the sorry. I will go to here and create a new. And now you can see here the responsible is blank. And if I
Okay.
click here, you will see here it is showing me the all of the employees, but it should show. Let me change the team if it works. No. But the concept should be when you define the team members, it should only show the team members into the responsible.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and then you can assign the responsible means the this activity or the maintenance request is basically assigned to this, and then he will be able to perform this.
Okay. And the
Okay.
priority wise segregation from this, so the person gets a list of maintenance and how can check the priority.
Yes, so let's say it's 2 star, it's 3 star. So means 3 star is more urgent, 2 star is less urgent, and then you can also
Yeah.
filterize according to the priority. So let's say I high priority filter, so it will show you the high priorities only.
Okay. Okay. That's okay.
Okay, and on the side other side, if you change this view to the list view mode, and if you go to the filter again, uh, sorry, where's the priority? Let me show. Go to group by here and search for the priority. Yes, you can go to group by it by priority. So you can see here one request is in high priority, one is in normal, and two have none priority. And you can
Okay.
expand it later on this.
Okay. Fine. Got it.
Okay. And another thing that I want to show you that as I have completed the previous current maintenance request. So as you if you remember on the maintenance request, we had mentioned that it is a recurring maintenance, so it should be performed after every month. So the new maintenance requests have automatically been generated, you can see here, and the scheduled date for this is September
Okay.
2024. So it need to be performed in the September. So as I will do the next, as I will complete this, the next will also be generated for the October.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so when you will perform And if I open it up, you can also see on the right side, activity have been generated that due in 62 days. It need to be performed into the 62 days after 2 months, because two requests have already been completed by me. One was for the next month. For next month requests have also been completed. So if I go to the after removing the priority, yes, if I go to the is to do, if I go to the repaired, so you can see here two have been completed by me. This is for current month, and this was for the next month. Sorry, this is for current month, July, that I created right now. And after completion of this, system generated another automatically for the month of August, and that have already been completed by me. You can see here it was due in 31 days, but I have completed it right now. And as I completed this, system created a new request for the September as well, that is due in 62 days. And as I will complete this, it will create a request for uh, October, that will be due in October.
Okay.
Any question do you have? And the same likewise, we seen the reporting in the PLM. You can also see the reporting here. You can check the pivot details. So how much total you have performed the maintenance quest. You can also give here the assigned to. So who to which these are assigned. You can also go to the category, computers, monitors, for which you are going to for which these are maintenance questions. If I go to the as custom group, there should be equipment. Yes, there is. So you can also see the maintenance request according to the or equipment wise, and you can also give here the duration. So you have how much requests you have and how much duration it took to complete the maintenance.
Okay.
Any question?
No, no.
Okay. And if I go to the manufacturing last concept, so you can also create the maintenance request from the manufacturing. So let's say your manufacturing team is working in the manufacturing work centers with the machines, so they have faced any issue on the machine, so they can generate the maintenance request from the manufacturing directly, and it will be parked to the maintenance app. So let me show you how they can do it. So let's say if I go to the manufacturing, if there is any manufacturing order, okay, let's say I have tabletop, it has work center. Yes, it has the work center. So from the manufacturing, you can see here on the top, you can do the maintenance request from here. Okay, as you will click here, it will pick the necessary information. So you are coming from this manufacturing order, so it has filled up the manufacturing order automatically, that you are going to generate the maintenance request from this manufacturing order, and you will select the equipment as well. So let's say you can also do the same from the work order level. So let's say I go to the work order that you perform from the shop floor. I will go to the shop floor that we did yesterday. So now I am on the shop floor. So let's say on the shop floor, you you are doing the operations on the shop floor, and you face any issue on the machine, you need to create a maintenance request. You will go to this three dot button. There should be a yes, request maintenance button. So you can request maintenance from this shop floor, and as you will request this button, it will also populate the necessary information that from this manufacturing order and from this work center you are going to generate this maintenance request.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and if there is any equipment attached with this work center, that will also be populated here.
Right.
Okay, otherwise you can select the equipment manually.
Okay.
Any question, Shafi?
No, no, that's okay.
Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you for your
Yeah.
time, and tomorrow we are going to have a session on the same time.
Yes, tomorrow I'll confirm it because I have a previous thing which has been there. I'll confirm it. Just give me
Okay,
morning time. I'll
confirm
just
me,
confirm it.
confirm me if you are going to have a session tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. I'll just
Okay,
confirm tomorrow
and then
morning. Yeah.
thank you, and it's my recommendation to you, have practice as you can, and then after practice you will be able to do the things, you will be able to know the things. Otherwise, training session will be forgotten.
Yes,
And
yes,
if
yes,
you
correct.
have any clients, you can also do that with them. And if there is any need of help from my side, I will obviously be available for you to guide you how you can do, or how can you
Yeah.
apply these concepts to the live environment as well. Because I am doing the same things in the live environment, and I can guide you.
Yeah, sure, sure. About the sales and CRM part, I guess we have to cover the CRM part, I guess, right? Sales
We have
CRM.
to cover. We have covered, I think, CRM app, but we can do it again. No problem. I will show you again.
CRM, we didn't touch only the sales, that portion we have been
I
gone through.
will cover it again. No problem.
Yeah, yeah, fine. And I'm trying to build a fashion store. Okay, which I told last
Okay.
time. So
Okay.
I'm just going through it, and if that e-commerce one.
Okay.
So if there is something, I'll just come back to you for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Jazakallah.
Yeah. Shukran. Shukran. Jazakallah khair.